Hi, I'm Tad Parker, and we're continuing our series, The New Face of Pine, today. And with me is David Crane, the owner of Excelsior Integrated and Excelsior Printing. How are you this morning, David?
Well, I'm very well, Ted. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for giving us your time today. One of the things that I think we'd like to hear from you first is a little background on your company. If you could provide us that, it would give us a little window into where you've been and where you're going.
Yeah. Oh, sure. My pleasure. Excelsior was originally started, Excelsior Printing Company, in 1892. It was owned for many years by a family, typical printing story, up in North Adams. And in 1967, Crane bought the business, Crane Paper, which was my family's business. Owned it until 2005. Mostly worked in the stationery field where Crane was big.
I'm wondering how Pine Services have been able to help you over the years as you've been changing the face of Excelsior.
Yeah, oh sure. Excelsior belonged to Pine long before I bought the business in 2005, and I know over the years we've used many of the resources. And in recent times, I've gotten more involved, and I've found tremendous value in the networking in particular, the conferences, the access to the national PIA. In fact, one of the last events I was at that was great was a small round table of CEOs where we were able to talk one-on-one with Michael Macon, the head of the national printing group, and we hear what's going on in the industry, and it's I consider a very important aspect of what I do as an owner, trying to understand what's happening in the markets. We're not a big company, so having all the resources of Pine has helped us do that. In terms of my people, there's the webinars, the magazine, the emails, from all topics, how to do social media, technical aspects and things like that. So that's been a big help. And we're a little bit isolated. We're in the western part of the state. We're not near a big city. We're a couple hours from Boston, a couple hours from New York. And I found very valuable, as an example, disaster planning. We only have a few pieces of equipment, and one of those went down, I don't know when it was, a year or two ago, and we couldn't get it back up quickly. It was our digital press, and I called you and thinking you know everybody who can help me out here, and within the day we had someone lined up a couple hours from here, another member who I had met through Pine previously, and we sent them our files. Our sales rep went down, we ran the jobs, and our customers never knew the difference. So having that kind of network and information has just been invaluable, and that's what we get a tremendous amount out of our association with Pine.
Going forward, where's your vision quest taking Excelsior, and how can Pine help in that regard? And there are a lot of questions here, so hang with me.
Yeah.
And what services can we develop to make your business better as you go forward with it?
Yeah. That is a big question. I wish I had, the answer completely of where we're going to be in a few years, but in 5 years we've changed totally, and I think the pace of change in the outside world is continuing. So we'll be continuing to evolve. Currently, around Excelsior Integrated, the product and marketing fulfillment, it's a lot of the services around marketing, and IT is a big part of that. So how does Pine play into that? I think just continuing to evolve with us, the information and the exposure we get to what other people are doing, what's happening in different parts of New England, what's happening in different parts of the country, what are the leading companies doing, what's the leading software, what are customers actually. Sometimes there's a lot of hype out there, the new thing, and you got to have it, and then I can talk to other people, does this really work, or do your customers really like to order online, or would they rather talk to a person, or whatever. Sometimes it's little stuff, sometimes big. So that networking is always, I think, a big part of it. But I see at the management conference that Pine does, and just the webinars and seminars, the topics are constantly evolving. So I know, like, social media is one. We've listened in on a number of those. There's just always stuff happening, and Pine really connects us into that world. So I think it's a big part of helping us grow and evolve.
Well, great. We are trying to develop programs that are relevant to our members as we're going forward.
Yeah.
And one of the current things that we're doing is writing a grant for lean manufacturing training through the Massachusetts Workforce Training Fund.
Yep.
Obviously, it's only germane to Massachusetts members, but it is helping a lot of our members understand the value of waste control and process improvement. And in our particular marketplace, as you know, the pricing, the margins are not great, and no one's letting you increase your prices. So in many cases, you have to find ways to reduce your costs or contain your costs. And so we're trying that out going forward. We have members that are doing it, that are enjoying it, and are finding value in it. So it's those kinds of things we're looking forward to. And going forward, as you move your business into new markets or new processes, and view an area that we can help, we would love to do that. And just let us know so that we can have direction, if you will.
Yep.
We need a lot of direction. You're also a member of our FSC program, are you not?
Oh yes, that was, we were FSC certified going back, 4 or 5 years at least, on our own. And as our business changed, I think what I've heard from a lot of printers is some customers value that, but not a huge amount. Mm-hmm. And we found last year it was very much to our advantage to join through Pine, the FSC program there, and that cut our fees about in half, and we're still able to get the certification for those customers that need it. So that was a tremendous savings. We've also used over the years a lot of the other services. The safety and environmental has been one from time to time. Human resources, my controller, who's also our HR person, I know has gotten a lot of help with job descriptions. The ratio studies are tremendous information. Just someone to call if there's a situation with an employee. Sometimes we've used that. So there are just a lot of programs out there that are beneficial, and sometimes we use them, sometimes we don't, but just knowing they're there is a big help. Yeah.
Well, I thank you for your time today, David. It's been very, very informative, and I'm hopeful that all the other members and prospects are finding it equally as informative.
Yeah.
And we appreciate your time.
No, you're very welcome, and appreciate everything Pine is doing and helping us to grow and evolve.
Great.
So,
thanks again.
Best of luck. Yep, okay. Thank you.